Allison Birdie.
Hi! Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a worm on a string. A giant worm on a string. And recently I've been giving things like this to people that are graduating as leis. So this is the first one I did. This one was not for a graduation. This is just for fun, for me. And for this one I used a multicolored yarn, like one of those ones that like fade. So that's why it has like this gradient. And the other one I made, it was yellow. And then I did like my own fade without like having yarn that does it for you. My mom made a little graduation hat to put on there. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make that too. This is my first one. It took me 7 hours to make. My second one, it didn't take that long actually. This one is this long compared to me. I'm 5'2". I'm actually more like 5'1", but I'm just gonna say 5'2". Let's get started. So for this worm, I used these 3 yarns, but those 2 are ugly, so we'll just push them out of the way and just show you this one. You'll also need scissors and this brush that I use for my bunnies, a hot glue gun, googly eyes, and this fishing line thing. You want to get yarn that like does this fluffy thing when you brush it with the brush, because if not, then it's probably not gonna turn out that great. Yay, let's get started. So first, you want to cut a piece of yarn that's the same size that you want your worm to be, and then tie knots at the 2 ends of the string to, seal it in. Now get more yarn, and oh, it just bounced away from me. Okay. Then just cut it into these little lines. Doesn't have to be that big, but I don't know why I made it like that. Okay, yeah. Then put that long piece of yarn that we already cut and put it over the little pieces, and then tie a knot with the little piece on the big piece. Yeah, do that for all of them. Here I decided that I wanted my worm to have spots, so I cut 2 pieces of yellow string and 2 pieces of white string and then tied those on the main string. Then I just slid down all my little strings into a group and then bunched it all up. And then this is where you use the brush and make it all fluffy. Now to get it evenly around the knot that we made at the bottom, I'm just pulling them down like 2 or 3 at a time and just putting them all around. Now we're going to be making the actual shape of the worm, so I'm just trimming it down to make like a little triangle for the nose. Once you have it shaped, you can just repeat all the steps that I just told you to do until your worm is full. Here's me when I was about halfway done, but I accidentally cut the main string that it was on, so I tried to tie it myself, but it didn't really work out. Here's my mom tying the strings back together for me. Okay, now I cut to when I'm done, and at the end, I kind of just let that little piece just stay there, and I'm giving it a final trim to get its shape. Here's all the extra yarn that came out when I brushed it or trimmed it. Yeah, there's like a lot. Time for the eyes. So I just put hot glue on the back of the googly eyes and then just press it on lightly. Don't press it too hard because then it's going to look like the eyes are like sunken in and it's like kind of scary. So don't do that. The final step, if you don't want to make the graduation hat, is to take your fishing line, and I usually take about my arm span, and then just tie it twice around the nose of the worm. And then I just take some of the yarn and just put it around and fluff it up, so you can't really see where the string is. Now on to the graduation hat. So for this you're going to need a cutting board. No, wait, what's like, we're not cooking. String, a paper cup, a rubber band, some black paper, a small hole puncher, and scissors. So first, my mom is taking this little paper cup and cutting it in half. Then she measured these 2 strips of black paper and taped them around the cup so it covers the whole thing. except for the bottom, which would be the top of the hat, but the bottom of the cup. Also, I realized that our hands look like breadsticks, or our arms look like breadsticks this whole video. But if you can ignore that, then ignore it. And if you can't, then just, try your best. Because I know at least my arms definitely look like breadsticks throughout this whole video. For the top of the hat, all my mom did was cut out a square and then use double stick tape. That wasn't in the materials. Oh, well. I just used double stick tape to tape that on the bottom of the cup. Now she hole punched a small hole in the middle of the square and is threading a piece of string through it for the tassel. Now we're almost done, but we wanted the hat to be removable so that, if you don't want the hat, you can just take it off. So my mom's punching 2 holes on either side of the hat. And then we're gonna put a rubber band through those so that it can be like a party hat, but with the rubber band. My breadstick arms are back to make sure that the hat fits properly on the worm. I decided it needed to be a little bit tighter, but after I tightened it, then I just cut off the extra rubber band. And that's our finished worm, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to, unsubscribe if you want to, like the video if you want to, and dislike the video if you want to. That's all. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and check out my channel if you want to. Bye!